So guys, hello and welcome to this tutorial. Now we are going to see this string module. So I'll give you an analogy actually. So suppose you know the math module, right? It is the basic module that you have studied from the first. So when you write import math, you can get to know some, or not get to know, you get access to some of the functions and values inside it. Suppose you get the value of pi by using the math module. So when you import the string module, you get access to some of the strings, some of the constant values that you can use in your codes, and you get to get access to some of the functions as well, like formatter and all. I'm going to discuss about them later on. So basically this is the string module. So let us get going. So what is the string module? Python string module contains some constants, utility function and classes for string manipulation. As I told it to you all, you get access to some of the constants, but basically you use this module to get access to some constant. You don't use the functions and all that much, at least I don't. So first of all, let us do one thing. Let us import string. You need to import it. Remember, this is not a built-in thing because we are getting access to some of the values, right? So let's get going. So first of all, the most used thing of this, or constant from this module is you just have to write print string, and after that you just get, suppose, letters. So you want the letters, ASCII letters. When you run this code, just remember print string dot, it is ASCII letters. This is the syntax, you can say. So when you run this code, you'll get all the values, that is from A to Z, but remember they are letters, so they are lowercase as well and uppercase as well. So fine, this was one of the things. Then you can get print, hold on, string dot ASCII, and you get the lowercase as well and uppercase as well. So I'll type both of them together and run this code. ASCII lowercase, we got an uppercase now, yeah. And when you run this code, so you got all the letters, then you got the lowercase, then you got the uppercase values. One more thing that you can do is print string dot digits. You get all the digits now, that is from 0 to 9. Then one more interesting thing that you can do over here is print string dot, suppose you want the hexadecimal number system, that is the hex digits. When you run this code, you'll get the hexadecimal values, that is from 0 to F. Remember, this F is basically 15, so this is the hexadecimal number system. Fine. And F means, actually hexadecimal means from 0 to F, that is there are 16 values, right? You can get octal values as well. So print, not str, string dot octal digits, sorry, not octal digits, oct digits. You get the octal value, that is from 0 to 7, total 8 values. Remember, you can get access to one more constant, or the constant punctuation. Hold on, string dot punctuation, and when you run this code, you'll get all the characters, basically all the characters. So that's all about it. Yeah, there is one more thing I forgot about it. So actually, see, these all are the constant on the keyboard that you use. I think they are all the constants, I hope so. So print string dot printable, this is one of the things that you can use. So printable means basically all the things that you can print on the keyboard, not on the keyboard, whatever, all the things that you can print basically. So white spaces, these are digits, these are lowercase values, then uppercase values, some characters, punctuation, white spaces and all. So basically we are just getting all the printable values. So you might know, you might have the question that why you may need this and all, but if you're into competitive coding, then sometimes you may need a list which contains all the alphabets. So suppose you want to get this list, so what you'll do, ASCII dot lower, suppose you want the list of all lowercase values. So I'll not print it now because I need the list, right? So let us say we'll name it as alphabets. Alphabets equals to this thing. Hold on, let us print out alphabets and run this code. So obviously we are going to get this string, but suppose you want it to be a list, you can simply write list, and inside the parentheses just write this thing, string dot ASCII values, and when you run this code, you will get a list of all the ASCII lowercase values, and you can do the same thing for all the things that I did before, that is uppercase, you get the hexadecimal value, you get all the values in a list, in a tuple, whatever you want. So it's dependent upon you. So these were the values that we can get access to by using this string module. And one more thing, there are some functions like string dot, hold on, let us do one thing. I'll not print it, I don't want to explain them because I don't think they are that important. So you write string dot, you get some suggestions by PyCharm. So we saw most of them, but these are the functions that you can use, that is the cap words, the formatter and template. But I am not going to discuss them because I don't think they are that important. But if you want, you can get help from PyCharm, or you can Google it obviously. But instead of that, it is better that you write print help. This help you can use this function wherever you want. Actually, I find it really helpful because obviously it is help. So okay, print help, and you can write the name of function or whatever you want, whatever help you want actually. So suppose you want to get help with string formatter or cap word, suppose. And remember, when you write the function name, you don't have to specify the arguments for this help function. So when you run this code, it is automatically going to help me with whatever function that I want. So this was the cap words. Then suppose you want to get help with, now say, formatter, and run this code, it is going to help me with it. So you can read this theory to yourself, but I didn't discuss it because I don't think they are that important. The constants and values are more important if you are into competitive coding or. So I think that's all for this tutorial. Thanks for watching. You can subscribe to my channel if you like such content. Until then, stay tuned and keep learning.